Mhm.
Hi there. Welcome to Story Time. Today we're reading Sophie's Animal Parade, written by Amy Dixon, illustrated by Katia Wish, and narrated by yours truly. It's a story about a little girl who just loved to draw. Everything that Sophie drew came to life. Mama called it Sophie's imagination, but Sophie called it magic. When Sophie felt hungry, she drew something scrumptious to eat. When Sophie felt sleepy, she drew somewhere cozy to rest. And when Sophie felt cold, she just drew something snugly to wear. One day, when Sophie felt lonely, she decided to draw a friend. Sophie welcomed her new friend. "Come, have some tea. Aren't you glad to be out of the cold?" But the polar bear cub was not glad, for Sophie's room was much too warm. So Sophie drew an igloo. The cub was thrilled with her new home, but could no longer reach the scones and jam on the table. Well, Sophie hoped that drawing her next friend with feathers would keep him just the right temperature. "Would you like to play hide and seek?" Sophie asked. But the duck wanted to swim. So Sophie drew a wading pool. He was delighted to take a dip, but there were no good hiding places in the water. Sophie needed a friend who liked to be warm and dry. "My, you are tall," Sophie said. "Are you comfortable all folded up like that?" But the giraffe was not comfortable. The roof was much too low, and he began to get a pain in his neck. So Sophie drew a hole in the ceiling. The giraffe was pleased to stretch out, but it was now impossible to talk to. Sophie squeezed her eyes shut. Not too tall, not too wet, not too cold. "I'll call you Coco," she said as she brushed the pony's silky mane. But now Sophie's room was crowded, and every time Coco swished her tail, it tickled the giraffe's knees, sending him into a fit of giggles. Seeing how much fun the giraffe and pony were having made Sophie think the polar bear cub and duck might want playmates too. But things got a little wild. Sophie thought perhaps a colossal elephant could use his colossal trunk to suck up the colossal mess. Wow, she was wrong. "Outside!" Sophie exclaimed. Through the door Sophie marched, followed by a parade of animals. In the yard, the penguin and polar bear cub nestled on the last bit of snow. Coco galloped in circles around the giraffe until they both were dizzy, and the duck and the turtle, they hunted for a snack. Sophie and the elephant stood side by side as Sophie pondered how to draw a colossal seesaw. Sophie then felt a tap on her shoulder. Well, there stood a boy. She looked down at her hands. No pencils. "Nice elephant," the boy said. "I'm Luke, and I happen to be an expert lion tamer." "Well," said Sophie, "I am expert at hide and seek. Just try to find me." And Luke looked and looked and looked. Well, everything Sophie drew came to life. Mama called it Sophie's imagination, Both Sophie and Luke called it magic. Now, when Sophie felt hungry, she drew 2 cinnamon sugar muffins to share. When she felt sleepy, she drew feathery pillows in a matching set. And when Sophie felt cold, she drew fuzzy sweaters with rubies for buttons, and a second one with navy blue stripes. But Sophie and Luke's favorite game was Animal Parade, where they marched through the yard with a giraffe, an elephant, a pony, a polar bear cub, a penguin, a duck, a turtle, and a lion. Thanks for reading with us today. We'll read again next time.